brought the solar panels up from the top there, but that's the unit put into the ground. We just dug a channel, and this ground is as hard as anything. We couldn't get anything further than about 4.5 feet. So we're up out of the ground a little bit more, and if there is too much movement, we will just throw a concrete pad around the base, and we're going to get some zip ties and tighten up the wiring. We got some, I just put some used panels over here, 210 watt Suntex. They are this well pump controller from GrowWatt takes a maximum of 400 volt DC in. Okay, 400 volt DC, as you can see over there, and it takes a 2.2 kilowatt in up to 2,200 watts well pump, single phase or 3-phase, and that's the voltage on the panels there, right there. I have my sunglasses on, and so that's why a VOC 33 volts. So that's why we got 10 in series. We got 330 volts maximum, and that's why we went with these panels, so we can put 10 up on this 10 array mount. Also, we hit rock like crazy, so we actually had to move that one leg in a little bit because we couldn't. There was a massive boulder over there, and there was a massive boulder on that side, so we couldn't dig the channel anymore. So we offset it a bit, and we're going to just put some more tubing across there just to kind of give it some torsion strength. And we're going to run that cable. We're going to dig a trench underground over there quickly, going to the wellhead pump, and the guys are going to put the well pump in this afternoon. In fact, in about 20 minutes, this is what they said they're coming. And I don't know, many of you guys probably don't see these type of things very often, but you have to dig a hole, especially here in the cold climate. If you're in Florida, you wouldn't have to worry about, but you dig a hole down there about 4 feet down, and they put a pitless adapter in over there, and then the pipe comes out. So all of this over here, the pipe stays underground below the freeze level. And so we're just going to run the GrowWatt without the just batteryless solar pump controller, straight wire from there underground into the bottom of the well pump controller, or into the well pump, and that's a 3-phase well pump. And this we're going to put in here about maybe a 2-horse, and we should have some water here shortly. So this is out in the sticks, no power. Well, the closest power pole is over there, but we just going to run it off solar for now. Okay, so now we got our well pump controller running off the solar panels, and here's a good example of what shading can do. Go there, Eric, go shade there a little bit. You can see how the water pressure just drops. So the well pump controller, look at that. So when they say put more panels in series, it's not necessarily a good thing. I'd probably go with a lower voltage MPPT, but these panels are pretty dirty, and so we're using the GrowWatt solar charge controller over here, and we've got these are 230 watt panels, 10 in series for 2,300 watts, which is probably undersized. We're probably going to replace these panels. There's still a gap over there. We can put bigger panels in. We're using the GrowWatt charge controller. It's a 2.2 or a 3 horsepower, 2.2 kilowatt. And over the last few days, we've been putting up these used panels up here, and we're putting in the solar charge controller. Now, what's important with the solar charge controller is that you configure it, all the parameters according to the well pump. In other words, what its short circuit current is, what its running current is, what its dry run current is, so that the unit can detect when the well pump is running dry, etc., etc. So what we've done is, we should have taken more video while we were busy doing this, but we had a big windstorm that actually, before we actually got any concrete down in the holes over here, we got our well pump controller, and you'll see at the moment it's probably running at, let me just get over the strap here, oops, you're running at probably 57 hertz, where we should be running. So just go put some shade in front of those panels there for a sec. You'll see that the output frequency will drop accordingly to kind of match the well pump watts with the shading. So that's the cool thing about a well pump controller, is that it'll always pumping water even if it's cloudy. Okay, move away from the shade there, and that 56 to 58 hertz makes a huge difference in water output. And if we were running at 60 hertz, we'd get quite a bit more almost exponentially more power. And that's the 2.2 kilowatt. We have a 3 horsepower 3-phase pump, and this could do single phase and 3-phase outputs. Then the well pump controller, we run the pipe underground over there. We got it coming out the side, our electrical pipe over there. We got our 3-phase wired up over there, which I think I took some pictures. And then that's going into the well. So what's happening is this well over here is a PVC well and you have to have a steel well cap. So the well, the guy who put the pump in said we either need to dig way down and move the steel casing and put the pitless adapter on the side, but then every time we take the pump out, we'll have to remove the pitless adapter and dig down there about 6 feet. So what we're opting for is these 4-foot diameter concrete pipes, and I'm going to go and grab some insulation and put it into black garbage bags and pack the insulation around here for the winter time, and probably put some heat tape around there with a solar panel running the heat tape just for some heat in the winter time. And the water coming out there is about 52 degrees Fahrenheit, and we should be getting about 35 gallons per minute if we can upgrade those solar panels. At the moment, probably getting about 15 gallons a minute. And there you go, water. And this well over here is about 430 feet deep. The pump is down 360 feet, and the static is about 270 feet. So from 270 feet from ground level to the water level. So the well pump is going to be pumping up 270 feet. And here we're just amazing how you can just get water directly from the sun, just like that. Here we are in the middle of the sticks. The closest power pole is that high voltage power line over there. And if we had more panels on, we'd be able to get more water. And this is just something we put up, these panels we just got up just to get the system up and running. But we'll change it out to about 300 watt solar panels. But a little blurb, MPP also makes the solar charge controller. The cool thing about this solar charge controller is it can take solar directly in over there, and there's the output. It can also take AC power directly in, so we can take solar or AC power, but it also adds a soft start feature. So I know many of you guys have got your 6 kilowatt inverters, and then the lights go dim when the pump kicks on. At least this will put a soft start. You can program it within 20 seconds or 2 seconds or whatever the case is to ramp up from 0 hertz to 60 hertz to kind of give a soft start for your well pump. It also makes your pump last longer, because when your pump starts quickly, you've got that shearing effect that's down in the well, and if that shearing effect, it can rub your cables, that torque all the time, thousands of times over a year, can start to add shear and friction against your cable that's running to your well against the pipe. So now that gentle start doesn't stop that shear, and also the gentle stop as well. So it's very good for longevity. And we're just running our pipe for now. Got it like 100 feet of 1 inch packs, and we're going to pump this water into a tank. There's a 1.25 inch pipe there coming from the well, and we're going to dig a big hole over there, put a big tank in there, and this well pump is going to pump into the tank. And then that Grow Watt controller also has inputs that you can wire to a level. So in other words, when the tank gets full, it'll just shut the pump off, even though the solar is shining. And so that's a pretty cool feature. No pressure switches and things like that. I think the well pump controllers are kind of a must, even if you have solar, even if you have a normal well pump.